Alright, welcome back. Okay, so for this update, we're going after the final Tower Guardian, Silitha. Oh boy. And apparently there's gonna be lots and lots of spiders. Fun times, fun times. Oh goodness. So hey, we're finally gonna get to the tower. Well, after this. It's been a bit of a long trek, but hey, we're finally making some progress. Although I personally am not a big fan of spiders. Not really. There are quite a few clips of very cute spiders, but still, I'm very hesitant around those things. Because again, it's a spider. And I know they get rid of pests, but still. I think it might just be the idea of bugs in general. Anything that looks like a bug. Or the fact that it might be potentially poisonous. That's always the thing that puts me off of spiders. And if the last few Tower Guardians have been any indication, it's probably going to be a giant spider. So, wonderful. Wonderful. Ah, but War doesn't care. It's just one more heart he's got to rip out of a Tower Guardian and give to Samael so he can get to that tower. And finally bring back the balance. So, remember the last update when we were dealing with all these giant worms? And remember there's one area we couldn't go to just yet? Well, now we can! Thanks to the ability that Samael gave us. Now Ruin can actually use that area. Yeah, and Mercy's not really doing all that much for these very, very weak enemies. Again, I don't even think the impact rounds do that much more damage, as far as I'm remembering. It's good for juggling, it's a lot quicker than the crossblade, but yeah, still, your mileage may vary. Because outside of the last boss fight, I didn't really use it all that much. Let's let Ruin freak out for a second. Now, before we head directly to Silitha's domain, there are a few collectibles that I forgot to get in the last update. We can actually freely explore this area now that all the worms are gone. Horse combat's not too bad in this game. It's alright. So yeah, the other horse riders, they kind of do that. They kind of do the thing that the mid-boss in the last update did, but they're just not quite as strong. And also, this is kind of the only other time you're going to be using Ruin for combat. So hey, look! A Wrath Shard. Nice. Getting closer to get another Wrath Core. we'll have to come back to this area a little later. Because again, that's going to have another dungeon item that we haven't gotten just yet, but we will be getting soon. And again, I think I mentioned this in the last update, it's a very cool dungeon item, one that I really like. But hey, look, another artifact. Got another soldier. All right. Now that we've gotten all the other collectibles in this area that we can grab right now, let's go ahead and head over to Silitha's. And, whoa, goodness. Again, it's a good thing that Ruin is a literal horse made of fire and is like a horse of the apocalypse, so we can kind of get away with doing really crazy, glitchy shit like that. But still, that's very concerning. But he can jump gaps, which is pretty cool. It's kind of like Epona. And now we can use this area. But you gotta dash through it. Yeah! It's pretty cool. I do feel some background music would be nice. It just feels a little empty. The ambient noise is nice, and it, lets you feel kind of isolated, I guess, but still, some music wouldn't hurt. Oh, cutscene. Oh, gross. These are not the cute spiders. Oh no. And somehow they managed to capture War. Somehow these spiders managed to pull this shit off. I don't know how that's even a thing. They're not that strong. Especially compared to a horseman of the apocalypse. Just a little weird is all I'm saying. Unless War let himself get captured. But again, War's not really one who uses his guile all that much. War is very fond of the beat all my problems to death. Not so much, being clever or tricky.
Over here. Doesn't look like you can do anything against tall, dark, and gruesome yet. Best to avoid it for now.
We can't crawl across that pipe just yet, because there's a giant spider that will ambush us and attack us, and probably do a lot of damage. So we have to find a way to get around it. Fortunately, there is a way around it, involving chronospheres. Just moving the frozen time away from the big creepy crawly until we can actually get rid of it permanently. And more of these guys. This just isn't your day. I think it was just one guy. Not much of an ambush. Now, well. Now there's more of them. Why didn't you start with this? Why'd you just send the one guy off to his death? You guys are really not so good with the whole strategy thing. Just a lot of tiny little baby spiders. Just a bunch of little spiders. Don't worry, they throw some bigger ones here, but it just seems kind of weird that they just keep throwing a lot. I feel like this has been a bit of a trend where they just throw really small, like, not terribly effective enemies at war. Again, it's war! Something a bit more substantial, please. I guess it's just very satisfying to just crush a bunch of really small things. Because they explode into green and orange goo. Grody. Now, before we leave this area, there is a little bit of a puzzle that you have to work with, and that chronosphere was kind of a hint of what you have to do. This is actually a pretty good place to use the Blade Geyser on multiple enemies, because there are a lot of spiders. A lot of really small spiders that you can just, like, burst all at once. But hey, look, we've got ourselves a weight puzzle. And more spiders. Let's see. Hey, we got a map. Pretty early on this time. But there was another treasure chest just up above this one. I wonder how we get to it. You can't really get fancy. You gotta go through the whole thing again. Again, just a bunch of spiders. A little annoying, honestly. All right, let's see what this other collectible might be. Something cool. Hey, a key's always nice. That's always useful. Let's just go ahead and skip past the part of me wandering around aimlessly for a bit. Trust me, you weren't missing much. Still can't use these things just yet, but I'm sure we'll have some means of using them eventually. Oh boy, a big old spider. Hey, another Wrath Shard, which means a new Wrath Core. Now, I believe this is where I got the trophy for the Blade Geyser, because you can do that. So we can't really deal with the spider just yet because of its armored hide. So we're gonna have to find a way to get rid of that. Perhaps somewhere in the dungeon we might find our answer. Oh boy, one of these guys. Oh, he's pretty cool. Got ourselves a Wraith Swordsman, and exactly. Just walked directly into the crossblade. Yeah. Not terribly intimidating once you just get Blade Geyser or you get comboed. And now they're not really so cool anymore. See, you were cooler when there were less of you. And now that you're just kind of like a regular mook, yeah, no, you're not really all that scary. just shoulder check him. Just shoulder check him into oblivion. Who even gives a shit? The absolute audacity of that spider. How dare you? Ooh, another artifact. Nice. Got another soldier. Keep track of these. Believe me, they're important. Well, that's just unpleasant. Again, they don't do a lot of damage. They're just annoying. They are just annoying. So hey, once again, we're doing that thing from the Griever's dungeon. Only with explosives this time. Yeah, let's just go ahead and try to get rid of that thing. Hopefully that keeps it away for a minute. But apparently not, because I can still hear it doing stuff. Yeah, just shoot it. When in doubt, just shoot the problem away. Well, it wasn't the cleanest way to get through it, but you know what? We got through it, so that's fine. And now we can actually break through these red rocks. This place just must feel absolutely awful to the touch. I've never been a huge fan of spider webs. The texture, it just always makes me feel super unclean. Like, it just feels something needs a good dusting. It's so sticky and stuff. It's just not great. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And this entire building is just covered wall to wall with these things. I think that's also part of the reason why I'm not a huge fan of spiders. Like, sure, some spiders are kind of cool. Like, obviously Spider-Man's pretty cool. Charlotte from Charlotte's Web. She was nice. But again, actual real spiders, not so great. And let's not forget, there was that one episode of the Spider-Man cartoon where Spider-Man turned into a giant man-spider. I think that was actually its name, Man-Spider. Comic books are stupid sometimes. I don't even really remember what the reasoning for that was. Did his blood become more radioactive, or did he just, like, evolve into a man-spider? Are they going to touch upon that in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, if Spider-Man's still a thing in that group? Tom Holland grows a whole bunch of extra arms. That'd be an interesting little plot twist. Again, if it looks like I'm just drawing more aggro from these things, I have notifications turned off on my PS4, especially when I'm doing recording stuff. So I don't really pay attention to see if trophies ever proc. So I don't ever really see if trophies ever proc until, like, after I'm done playing a game. But also because that is very satisfying to just blow up an entire group of enemies like that. Very satisfying. Blade Geyser's pretty cool. It's probably also my most used Wrath move. Ooh, big seal. Oh. It even makes like weird sticky watery sounds whenever you step on it. That's not great. And also the sounds when you rip it apart is also not great. Ugh. Make spider webs even grosser, why don't you? Just never stop stepping on them. Over and over again. So easy. Ooh. Hey, time for a new dungeon item. And it's another really, really good one. Yeah. Who here likes the hook shot? Well, here's Darksiders' version of it. Ah. The Abyssal Chain. It's pretty good, and it can also rip off armor, which is pretty handy for all the mid-bosses. It's a pretty useful sub-weapon. It either drags enemies to you or it drags you to the enemy so you can keep doing your combos. And also, since it's a grappling hook / hook shot, we can actually start using these things. Hooray! It's definitely one of the cooler dungeon items, alongside the Tremor Gauntlets. More collectibles. What do we get? Oh boy, another key. Didn't really need the top off, but hey, leave no chest unopened. Time for another mid-boss. Now they start coming out of the woodworks. Let's just go ahead and get rid of this one real fast. Just get rid of you real quick. All right. About 3 more to go. And now the dungeon just becomes find all the armored spiders. And we already know where one of them is, at the very beginning of this area. Just so many spiders. So many of these damn things. Just keep stomping on them. Oh, it's like those videos whenever a spider like gets crushed and like thousands upon thousands of baby spiders come flying out. Oh, it's awful. I hate it so much. That's another reason why I don't like spiders all that much. Hey, look, it's another armored spider. Let's go ahead and get rid of this one, too. And more of these guys. Exactly. Just showed up to die. The biggest jobbers. Yeah! Oh, that is gnarly. No, thank you. Two more. There's just so many of them. I hate them. And now we can actually traverse this area. It's also an auto lock on, which is pretty nice. There we go. Oh, goodness. That was a very big fall. Yeah, just stun lock him. All right. Got him. Now there's just one really big symbol left. And hey, I think that's our really, really big spider. Covered in crystals. Ew. Well, there's a hint for the mid-boss fight. Just throw these things directly at it. Yeah! Big ol' punch. They really just try to make the back end of this thing look as disgusting as possible. Just absolutely awful. Ugh, I do not much care for it. It's a giant crab spider thing that has massive pulsating blood spots. Doesn't matter, it's dead now. Just keep on punching it, War. There you go. Oh. Grody. Well, that was the last seal.
Over here.
Oh, look, a snake enemy. And it's actually not coming toward us for once. Didn't even need this. Probably should have saved it, honestly. Well, let's go follow it, I guess. Oh, it was a fight arena. This was a poor decision on your part. What was your end game here? Clearly nothing good. Well, too bad for you. Get over here. Oh, I love this thing. Pull him in close with the Abyssal Chain, then knock him away with the Tremor Gauntlet. Repeat ad nauseum. just chucks the damn sword like it's nothing. Be a little bit more impressive if War could actually do like a round trip with that thing. Oh boy, these things. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get rid of these as fast as possible. These are annoying just because of how long they take. The execution move takes way too long on these things. No, thank you. Now, before we head straight forward, there is another collectible, a very important collectible for us to get, and it is directly above us. It is the legendary enhancement War's Glory. Yes, please, and thank you. This is a really good enhancement. It just makes your weapon even better. It just makes it even better. It's a legendary enhancement. Yeah. And it makes the sword glow red. Yeah, this is a good enhancement. This is good. I'm going to keep this on the Chaos Eater for the rest of the playthrough. Because, of course, it's a legendary enhancement. It's called War's Glory. Why wouldn't War have this? And just a bit of a spoiler, the legendary enhancements are all named after the horsemen. So there's one for Fury, there's one for Death, and there's one for Strife. I believe War's Glory, besides just making our weapon even stronger than it was before, also just generates wrath over time. I think it also adds more to our chaos gauge. Or it makes it grow a lot faster. Either way, it's a really, really good enhancement. Easily missable, but oh, it's a pretty good one. Oh boy. Yeah, let's just get through these guys. No point in wasting any more time on them. Just cut through them. Don't even give a shit. No, thank you. And hey, we still got some chaos gauge left. The way to Silitha is looking pretty clear, but there's still a few collectibles that we neglected to grab. there was one over here that I just straight up didn't grab. I'm not sure how I missed it, but hey, there it is. And it is another Abyssal armor piece. I believe that's 7 now. We're getting pretty close to getting the whole set. Alright, now I think it's about time to go fight Silitha. We've gotten all the really big, important collectibles. I think the rest of the chests on the map are just like little health or soul pickups.
Lie beyond that sticky barrier. Let's finish this.
Let's see what's down the other path first.
Don't make me call you again.
Okay, I was just checking. Shut up. Let's go fight the boss.
You honor me with your presence, horseman. There are so many stories about you.
Oh, that sounds like a very painful voice.
Killed 3 of the chosen, taken their hearts. Disturbing. Is that why you have come? To slay the final Tower Guardian? To take my heart? Did Samael tell you how he came to bear his tainted blood? Why his accursed power beats within our breast? It is not the tower that the chosen protect, horsemen. Our charge is to prevent Samael's return at any cost.
Why didn't you guys say this before I started ripping out hearts?
Return to Samael with my heart.
And by that I mean, why didn't Tiamat say this?
You will face a threat greater than all the chosen combined.
I did not come for your counsel, Spider, or your stories.
My children will dance to the music of your screams.
Well, I think we've been hoodwinked, guys. I think Samael played us. Shocker, that. Anyway, just hit her a lot. Just hit her a lot. Just never stop hitting. And apparently, a giant spider can teleport. So that's pretty cool. I died a few times to Silitha, mainly because I was way too aggressive with her. Because eventually she just keeps doing that teleporting stuff, and you're really just supposed to be waiting to, like, counter her. Because if you keep going in, she'll just keep hitting you. She doesn't really leave herself open too long for attacks, so you have to make them count. And don't step in front of her. Don't stand in front of her because she'll hit you really hard. And her jumping on top of you also hurts really bad.
Hold still, little one.
She's friggin' bamfing all over the place like Nightcrawler. Moves fast for a spider of that size. That voice just seems like it must be painful to do. Very raspy. Very raspy. Big props to whoever voiced Silitha. That seems like a very poor choice of just giving War a way to get closer to you. And the fight's over now. Yeah. Kind of stupid on your parts. Oh, goodness. And Yahtzee! You gotta break the rib cage to get in there. Oh, goodness. Yay, got the last one. Hooray!
Samael will be waiting for the last heart. You think he's going to let you live long enough to collect on your end?
That's a good point, Mark Hamill, but I'm not sure what else we can do. Hey, another Lightstone. Nice. Yeah, Mercy's just kind of becoming a little obsolete in comparison to the Crossblade. Just a little bit. Can't even really do puzzles all that great. It's better when it's used by Strife. That's all I'll say. It's better when he uses it. I mean, it is his weapon after all. Hey, look, another artifact. Oh, the sword's like oozing blood. This game's just really metal. Just really, really metal and brutal. Anyway, let's just go ahead and cut over to the area of finding the last few hidden collectibles that I forgot. Like this one right here. Hey, got some rage. And before we leave this area, there is one last collectible that I just forgot. And there it is, another Wrath Shard. Nice. Okay, now we can leave. And go give the last heart to Samael. Hopefully this won't turn out horribly. But you never know. You never know. But yeah, we got all 4 hearts. So that's cool. Now if Samael actually holds up to his end of the bargain, we can actually go to the tower. And hopefully get closer to restoring the balance. That whole thing that War's trying to do. Clear his name and whatnot. Yeah, Ruin tends to glitch out a bit more than Epona. Again, it's fine because Ruin's made of fire. So it's all good. It's all good.
Silitha, I liked.
Aww.
Pity. But perhaps you have souls to ease my sorrow?
It makes sense that Vulgrim liked Silitha. Alright, let's see what we're getting this time. Another Wrath Core. Yeah. Just more Wrath. More Wrath, please. And we'll save the rest of our souls for later. Alright, let's go give this last heart to Samael. And hopefully we don't die. Yeah, let's just go ahead and dash on over to Samael. I'm sure he'll be super stoked to get the last of the hearts. Even though he, neglected to mention that the 4 Guardians were meant to keep him in check. I'm sure it just slipped his mind.
I was beginning to worry you might not live up to your end of the bargain. Give it to me.
You lied to me about the Chosen. They never guarded the tower.
What does it matter? Our deal wasn't for ancient history. I promised you the tower, and you shall have it.
Fair enough, I guess. Oh, that doesn't seem good.
Did it amuse you to deny me what's rightfully mine? With my powers restored, I am like unto a god. I can suck the marrow from your bones before you drew another breath. I could, but I too have a code by which I do business.
Well, that's nice.
Besides, say what you will about balance and your ridiculous law. I recognize a quest for revenge when I see one, and revenge I respect. As for the details of my resignation, well, I do not approve of the company my master keeps.
Why did you challenge the Destroyer, Samael?
See your journey to its end, horseman. You will understand soon enough.
Well, hey, in the end, Samael's kind of a straight shooter. It's evil respect, you know? He might be an actual demon who is probably gonna backstab us at some point later on down the line, but right now, he's cool with us. He made a promise and he's keeping his end of the bargain. You know what? I respect that. I respect that. Oh, but Samael's serpent hole is hellish and full of red and orange. And fire. Well, that's going to do it for this update. In the next update, we finally get to the tower, or at least the Black Throne, one of the longer dungeons in Darksiders. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next update. Until then, see ya.